Hello and welcome. I'm Clarissa. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to be doing a tarot reading today. I've been meaning to do a tarot reading this week, and so here I am, back online. So I'm going to be doing a tarot reading with all the signs. So Aries through to Pisces, going to be looking at what the energies are around for each sign. So before I do the tarot, I wanted to, hello, thanks for joining. I wanted to do a little chat about the week that I had, and because I'm going through this whole dating process at the moment. So I just wanted to just talk about a little story that happened this week. I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but I just think it will be quite entertaining and, a little bit of a warning for people who are doing this whole online dating thing. So what happened was I was on a dating app. I'm not gonna say which one, but it was, when you're just on a dating app and you're just chatting to people and you find a connection with somebody. So it seemed relatively quite good. We was talking for a week on the app, and then you think, okay, let's move it over to WhatsApp. So we moved it over to WhatsApp, but then this is when things started changing, because I feel like sometimes when someone comes into your personal space, they feel like they can really just be open to whatever comes, to just be intense. So as soon as we got to the WhatsApp stage, they were just very, very, very intense, saying all kinds of things, all these massive promises. And I was like, yes, at the same time, but at the same time, it's a bit quick, it's a bit much. So it started to raise a few red flags. When someone moves a bit too quickly, you're thinking, okay, this is nice, this is all the things that you want to hear, but we're just getting to know each other. We don't need to declare this and this and this. So I thought, at the same time, I don't want to stop someone from being expressive. I don't want to contain someone. If they want to express themselves, let them express themselves. Let's see where it goes. So I gave it a few days, and then I thought to myself, okay, my grounded side started kicking in, thinking this is a bit much. So then I said, because bear in mind, they were promising me the world. And I thought, okay. And I didn't want to be pessimistic, like, someone can't be that affectionate towards you from the beginning. But at the same time, okay, we need some checks. So what I decided to do was just, because at the point we were just talking, there was no video call yet because it was just a week. So I thought, okay, let's just do a first video date. Let's introduce that. So I said, should we have a video call tonight? And here we go, straight away. My front facing camera doesn't work. Okay. All right, cool. So it's fine. Some people's camera don't work. They're not there with it. So okay. So what about your laptop? Everybody, like, laptop or some connection to computer must do. And so oh no, I don't have my laptop. I was in a rush. I didn't bring it with me. Okay. Now we're starting to get some red flags here. Now some red flags are starting to. Social media? No, not on social media. Okay. So then at this point, I'm saying, you can understand my reservations. I feel like something's not right. As soon as I said that, the defense mode. I can't believe you don't trust me. How can you feel like this? How can you think like this? I thought we was connecting really well. Now you've changed. What's happened? What happened in your past? Like, no. Something's not right. Something's not right. I think when someone is completely defensive like that, you have to kind of question. Let me just adjust this. There we go. Yeah. When someone is defensive and you're asking an innocent question, like, all I would like to do is just a video call, and then all of a sudden they're just like, no, you don't trust me. Like, okay, we've only been speaking for a week, So in the end, I asked them to provide, to send me a picture of their passport, so we could do an identity check, because at this point I'm thinking, something's not right. So then a few hours later, I got the passport, picture of the passport, And if you did see this passport, there was different size fonts, like capital letters, small fonts, completely different fonts, and then the expiry date was 4 years out. Like, oh my gosh. And then straight away, now I've sent you the passport photo. I can't believe that you would distrust me like that. And I just thought, is this guy serious? Does he not think I recognize a fake passport? So I said, this is a joke. I literally switched, like a different personality came out. Like, this is crazy, because things like his talk was, I can't wait for our kids to get to know each other, all these promises. Like, no, you just don't do those things. You just don't do those things. So I just thought I would tell you, give you a little warning, just because people out here online can be deceptive. And so here I am. I had to block, delete, make sure that that doesn't know any of my details, can't find me on social media, nothing. I just don't want crazy. I just don't want crazy. So I just thought I'd just share that story with you, just so you could recognize that when you're doing this online dating thing, sometimes you've got to look out for the red flags. Hello. Sometimes you've got to look out for some red flags, because there is a lot of deception. And when you're doing online dating, I think you've got to kind of understand that sometimes some people, you don't know who's behind that profile, and you don't know what people's intentions are. Some people, when they see the power within you, all they want to do is interact with it. And sometimes they know they're not at your level, or they know that maybe in different circumstances you might be able to be approachable, or whatever it is. But sometimes people, we all meet different. I know, yeah. I can completely understand, because it is a game of chance, and I don't want to discredit online dating, because I feel like you can meet a lot of people online, and the world is becoming so much more expansive. It's no longer just local dating. You might not find the person that meets your needs just locally. Online, there's so much options, but it's like you've got to weed through the weeds. So I feel like there's got to be some checks. Like you're okay to say, can I see some ID, or can we video call before we get into this? The conversation's been okay. Yeah, I know. And this is the thing. You've got to. But if you're like me, I'm a homebody as well. You've got to kind of get online and be social. And this is sometimes the thing that stops me from coming online, because I love interacting with people, but there's so much diversity in personalities. You just don't know what you're gonna get, or as soon as you press live, like you just like, ah. But when you're doing it, you feel like a rush, like, oh my god, you're interacting with people, it's amazing. And then but when it's in a romantic sense, it's another level, because now it's about trust, now it's about depth, now it's about letting someone into your life, and that can be the hardest thing. And then even at the beginning, when your conversation is running smoothly and you think, yes, this is great, and then they get into your personal space, so say they get from the app to the WhatsApp, this is when people start to change. They start to lift off the veil, and they start to show more and more parts of their personality. And we've all got layers, we've all got issues. We're basically issues meeting other people's issues, and we've got to see whether they work. So if I've got trust issues and that person's got other kind of issues, how do my trust issues then work with their version of issues? It's got to play out. There's got to be some communication. And then some people don't know how to project themselves. So they might just be, again, doing the whole surface conversation, where they feel like they've got to present this side of themselves because this is what this person wants to see. But no, I actually want to see the real. I want to see the real. I want you to strip down the layers, because I'm going to get to the layers anyway. It's better you show me than me dig it out. Just listen to yourself. I think when you go into a situation where you're unsure of a personality, the best thing that you do know is yourself. So the best thing you can do is listen to your intuition. if someone's presenting a picture, and if someone's presenting a picture, but then their voice sounds maybe a little bit different. Yes, I'm gonna do readings. Just having a quick chat. If someone's voice seems a bit different from their actual picture, that could be a red flag. Or some of the things that and listen out for the things in their voice. Are they being true? Do they sound true? Do they sound like they're being honest? And then I think sometimes you've got to repeat certain things just to see if they say the same answers. Honestly, there's some tactics out here you've got to have, because you've got to get through the level of deception that some people have. And sometimes it's not intentional deception. Sometimes it is just they don't know how to act. They feel like they've got to project a certain way, or a certain way they think that you want to see them, or they want to be perceived in a certain way, maybe more powerful than they are. And maybe even so, they might see your level of power and think, okay, I've got to be like this, so I can mirror what they do. But all the while, what they're really going to do is possibly drain some of your energy. Sometimes they can't keep up the energy level. Yes, I'm doing readings. I'm going to go through all the signs. So any questions that you have, just let me know, and and then we can get to it. So I was just telling the story of how some person tried to deceive me this week, and I had to really honestly shut them down. In a way, because I've got love you too. I've got a daughter, and she's 12, and so this guy was approaching with all these dreams, all this promises, and then even saying, I can't wait for my son to meet your daughter and stuff. And I just thought, okay, great. But then the deception, like, oh, please don't get my kids involved. Come on now. I had to shut him down. Once I got the ID and I saw the fake ID, I thought, no. All right, so we're getting some yes, so let's start.